Hi friends! In this video I'm going to show you 15 very useful tips and tricks in Google Maps that I think most people is not aware of. Here you will learn things like viewing buildings in 3D, how to view old images in the Google Street View, tips about searching for restaurants and hotels, and also tips about searching for directions and public transportation. So let's start. In this first tip, I'm going to teach you a feature that lets you view buildings in 3D. Go to the map icon, then select More, and activate Globe View here at the bottom. You will notice that the map changes slightly. Close the pop-up window, and to orbit the map in 3D, click with the left button and hold the Shift key at the same time. When you move your mouse, you will be able to rotate the view and see the buildings from a 3D perspective. Then use the scroll wheel again to zoom in on a specific area. Then click and hold the left button to move around without changing the perspective. And also be aware that this feature is not available everywhere, just in some places. If you notice that you can't orbit the map, go to Layers, then More, and make sure the option Globe View is switched on. Now it will work. Now I'm going to zoom into a different area, for example, this hilly region in Wales. It's very nice, you will see. I'm going to click on this arrow in this panel to see pictures related to the area currently shown on the map. Also notice that when I hover the pointer over a picture, we can see the exact location where the image was taken. This is very interesting, but keep in mind that these pictures are uploaded by users, so the locations might not always be correct, but most of the time, yes. To exit the image mode, click on the cross, and I can minimize the image section in the arrow. If you just want to see the satellite view without any labels, streets, business, and all that text appearing, it's possible. Just go to More, and at the bottom, check out this box called Labels. Now it's nice to see the old town of Amsterdam like it was from a plane. If you turn on the transit layer, you can check the subway or tramway network in several big cities. You can have a look in some of them, for example, Madrid, Paris, or Melbourne. And this can also be useful if you are visiting a city, for example, in finding an accommodation with easy connection to the city center. In this case, these hotels over here are close to a train station that links directly to the Melbourne Centre. The layer for the wildfire shows the ongoing fires. Let's zoom out. I can see one here in Sicily, Italy. Then notice that this layer also contains the traffic conditions, which are very useful for checking road accessibility near fire-affected areas. Additionally, we can see sometimes the estimated fire area and when was the last time updated. And keep in mind that the absence of fires does not mean they don't exist, as some regions may not report data to Google yet. As electric cars are becoming more common, now we can type charging station in the search bar to find the ones available in our area. And this feature was added recently to Maps. Then, in the left panel, we can see information about the stations, opening times, and the type of charging available. For example, this one is 22 kilowatts. Then let's click here to see more details. And look at this graph. I think it's quite useful, as you can have an idea at which times of the day the station is more likely to be available, which in this case it's around 6 p.m. Finally, if we want to go to the station, just click on Directions. This is a simple trick, but not everybody remembers to try it. So, if you zoom out the map and pick the Street View guide, you can understand in which countries the Street View is available. Look, you can see most Europe and North America is covered, as well as South America. And actually, most of the area not covered here corresponds to the Amazon rainforest. Then, in Africa, just a few countries have this feature. Okay, so try it out. If you are watching this video months or even years later, I believe more countries will be widely covered with the Street View images. When you open the Street View, the date of the picture is shown at the bottom part of the panel. And by default, it's the most recent time that Street View was captured for that location. But we can still see the previous captures in See More Dates. There is a timeline showing earlier dates. For example, there are images from 2008. You can click to check it out and see how it looked like more than 10 years ago. It's interesting how sometimes you will notice differences. For example, this house wasn't renovated yet when the photo was taken. Let's click on one of the restaurants to check more information. Now below, we can see the address, and under the opening times, we can expand this arrow to see the entire weekly schedule, which I find a very useful feature. Now, let's go above and click on the image to see more pictures of this cafe. This is interesting because apart from getting an idea of what it looks like, we can check some of the food they serve. Now, these tabs above the images organize the pictures by type depending on what a business has shared. For example, this other restaurant provides the menus, which you can easily find if you see a menu tab above the images. When searching for hotels, you can find prices in this tab. From there, you can compare different booking platforms as well as the hotel's official website, which sometimes offers competitive or exclusive rates. When we search for directions between two places in the United States or the United Kingdom, the distance is usually displayed in miles. But don't worry, if you are not familiar with those units, you can go to Options and switch to kilometers. Click there and you can see now it shows 72.8. Now let's learn how to add an intermediate stop to the current route. Let's suppose we want to pass through the Columbia Plateau State Park because we want to see the landscape around there, or it could be another reason. So, in the panel, we can find an option to add a destination. Let's click on that. We can either type the name of the place here or select it directly on the map. That's what I'm going to do. So, as you can see, the state park has been added as another destination, but it's placed after Cheney, and we don't want that. We just want to stop there or pass through it along the route, but that's easy to fix using this control. we can rearrange the order of the stops. Now look, our route goes through Columbia Plateau State Park, perfectly as I wanted. And you can see the time was also updated, taking now around 1 hour and 6 minutes. When searching for directions, there is a very useful option to send the directions directly to the smartphone, which is just copy link, and then I can send it via WhatsApp, email, or any other application. On the other hand, if I will go myself to that place, I can send the directions directly to my phone with the option at the left. As you can see, it will send to the phone connected with this Google account. Then, when you are ready to start the trip, click in the notification to open Google Maps with the route prepared. So, when you are ready, just tap on Start. When we search for bus or train times, we can usually find the official company website in case we want to buy tickets or make sure these schedules are correct. That's important. First, click on the bus you want, then click on this arrow to expand. At the bottom, and I think this is very useful, we can often find the links for the bus company website. And for this case, the company also provides a direct link to view that specific route's schedule. Here it is. Finally, I want to share an important tip. I recommend always checking the times on the official websites, especially if during your search you see a message like, "We don't have the most recent times in this area." This means that the schedule might be outdated, which can cause you to miss the transport, which is not very interesting. Saving locations. We can save places to lists to easily find them later. For example, let's create a list about restaurants that I would like to try in Seattle. That's easy. I'll start picking this restaurant, then click on Save, and after New List. I'm going to type here Restaurant Seattle, and the list is created. Then let's add another one. And this time, when I click on Save, the option Restaurant Seattle shows up here, so I can just put it there. The places in saved lists are marked with these green icons, as you can see here. Finally, when I want to access the list, go to Saved, click on Restaurant Seattle, and here there are the restaurants that I was saving before. Okay, now you can try all these tips I showed you in this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out the playlists to see more content about Google Maps tutorials. Thank you very much and see you next time.